Holy Faye. I don't know that I'm ready for this, but we're live. Hello,
now we're
everybody, and
live.
welcome back to the Church of Failure. I'm your host, the Church of Failure, and joining me as always are my goddamn co-hosts.
Copyright unique music. It doesn't count. Doesn't count.
And that's the show this week, folks. Thank you. Have a great one.
Good night, everybody. Holy shit, my fucking mouse is having a seat. It's like Michael J. Fox in here. The fuck?
Oof. Is it just is it just an epileptic with a strobe light?
I have no idea. It was like a $10 mouse from fucking Walmart, and it barely works.
So, Church,
look, just turn on that techno, man. Be like, oots, 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 oots.
I am going to do something for this show because I got a free trial to Paramount Plus, and I'm going to try to force myself to watch something on Paramount Plus. Unfortunately, the only thing that looks remotely good is South Park.
Dude, the post-pandemic special, fantastic.
I haven't watched South Park in probably 5-10 years.
I am mildly annoyed. I'm mildly annoyed that Strange Angel is not on the Paramount Plus network.
I'm
only on CBS All Access.
I'm mildly annoyed that Multiverse of Madness isn't available for streaming yet.
It will be.
I mean, it can be.
I'm not watching a fucking cam rep. They're out there, but I'm not watching a fucking cam rep. I'm an American.
Church, you could be living in a different reality where it is already out on Disney Plus.
No, if I was there, I would have found it when I looked for it earlier today in completely legitimate and legal sites.
But
do you want a link? I can send you a link
of a non-cam file.
I'll have to double check.
It's multiverseofmadness.mp4.exe.
You know what would be a bitch is if they actually filmed a movie that looked like it had been filmed off of a movie screen by a shitty camcorder.
I mean, that's how I would do it. If I was gonna make a movie.
You just sit down in the theater and it just looks like you're watching a fucking bootleg movie on the big screen already.
Yeah, and I'd put Arabic subtitles, but they would just be nonsense.
Right.
I mean, that
would all just be quotes from the Quran.
That sounds like a great indie movie idea. But yeah, on a related note, I decided to pay for Disney Plus, even though I think I technically qualify to not pay for it.
Are you dying of cancer AIDS?
I mean, I am also making that mistake.
Oh.
Is this where you reveal that you're actually Jim Medicare and you're dying of cancer AIDS? Larry, please, no.
I decided to pay for it because I don't really, as a rule, rip off things, and while I have certain political and ethical problems with the mouse, where's my money?
I don't rip off things either. I just happen to find copies laying in the street.
Oh, okay.
They fell off a truck.
I'm not claiming that I have availed myself of illicit means to acquire things before, but
I am.
When I got called by HBO saying you stole a certain episode of a certain season of Game of Thrones, how dare you? I had the wiggle room to go, hey man, I don't know what my housemates were doing. It wasn't me. Please don't take away my internet. I'm a little cripple boy. And they were like, okay. If the mouse decided that I was stealing from them, they would not be reasonable. So I paid the mouse to see for Disney Plus.
But since I paid for the Disney Plus, I got to watch the Obi-Wan Kenobi show, and I wanted to watch the Obi-Wan Kenobi show because Hayden Christensen's going to be in it, Ewan McDonald's going to be in it. Both of them are going to be
no. Ewan McGregor. Ewan McDonald owns a little farm in Scotland.
No. Ewan McDonald is a Mr. Plinkett reference.
Oh, right. Okay.
I got you.
I was imagining more like old McDonald had a farm, EIEO, and on this farm their career was failing.
I mean that's basically what the joke is, but
yeah. So I watched the Obi-Wan Kenobi show because there's 2 actors in it I'm really interested in seeing, and there's also trash. but the trash isn't as bad as I was expecting it to be.
You know,
And,
same. So I was expecting like, you know, what the second of the sequel trilogy. What was the name of that?
The Last Jedi,
Yeah, I was expecting
which is
like
what Doomcock has compared it to.
I was expecting Last Jedi level trash, but no, it was like the Force Awakens type trash.
The problem is, because it's a broader problem, that the kind of thing that actually is worth talking about on this show when we decide to be vaguely serious, is that there are people who supposedly like it. I don't actually believe anyone does. I've not actually seen anyone who says they like it that wasn't also trying to sell a political point.
Well, so I didn't hate it.
Right, there are people who didn't hate it. Okay, which is a very key measure. But I think there are people who are vested in being angry. They were actually pre-angry. They were angry before it dropped.
Like, and there are people who are vested in being pre-happy.
Right, like they were. These are the same people that 3 or 4 years ago, if you'd said Obi-Wan show, were really excited. But now that it's going to be a Disney joint, they're like, well, it's a Disney joint. It's going to suck. I'm not going to listen.
Okay, so Rune, what if maybe those people, and just playing devil's advocate?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Like, I think what they're kind of doing is they're diving deeper into the subtext because they're crazy nerds like we are.
Right.
And that's they're not watching it just like casually as like, you know, somebody who just has Disney Plus because they have kids.
Or they're like beaten spouses. Like, you know, like they were living with Amber Heard and Amber Heard beats them. And so they're kind of gun shy about things because there's this crazy redheaded lady who will beat them.
I mean, admittedly, once Amber takes a herd in your bed, you get really gun shy about finding more giant turds in your bed.
So, like, for example, the first episode I thought was horrible, but episode 2 and 3 weren't as bad. I actually enjoyed some parts of them.
So we're going to get into that, but the first thing I want to really talk about is, why is it all of the Disney era Star Wars stuff, nothing looks right?
Right?
None of the makeup looks right. None of the alien CGI looks right. None of the costumes look right.
Wait, Larry, did it also annoy you in the first episode with those flashbacks? Your camera's up. In those flashbacks, they didn't color correct the clips from the prequel trilogy, so it just looked like you were cutting between a video game and like what you were watching.
Here's this.
That was so bad.
Here's this about that, because actually I have the technical answer to this one, I think. So, people were lauding The Mandalorian for its ability to produce what appeared to be on-location set design while being not on location. And that's actually because what they had done over at Industrial Light and Magic is they'd recreated a very old FX trick. They had the Mandalorian like on a speeder bike, for instance, right? And then ran a moving video screen behind him.
Yeah, like what Stanley Kubrick did for the moon landing.
Right. Well, the thing is that this was a trick that they used to do back in the like 1920s, 1930s.
Oh yeah,
cowboy films.
I'm very familiar.
Right. And there it worked. Right. I think that sight unseen, because who knows what goes on behind doors at the mouse, they have overused that technology. They're like, hey, we can replicate anything with this shit. We don't have to go on set at all.
Well, see, that's not exactly what we're talking about with the Obi-Wan show, because I don't think they really use that technology, because I think it worked in The Mandalorian because of the tone of the Mandalorian.
But that's what I'm saying. If they're using it everywhere, they're actually not only oversaturating, but they're using it incorrectly.
Well, that's the thing. I don't think they used it in the Obi-Wan show really at all. It was literally they ripped scenes. What I was referring to is they ripped scenes from the prequel trilogy, giving Obi-Wan like a nightmare flashback,
Right.
but they use just the resolution and color grading and everything from the prequel trilogy and just stuck them in there. They didn't correct any of it, so when it was jumping back and forth, it looked like you were watching it on two different screens, like a screen that was 10 years old, and then it would jump to like a modern day like 1080p 8K whatever screen. It was very, very distracting.
Let's talk about an example of this actual laziness in action, okay, with what I like to call the mighty Mississippi. Okay. How many of you guys?
How did you find my porn name, for one?
I'm hoping all of you have seen Men in Tights, because you're men of culture.
Well, yes.
Yes.
Okay. So really early on, they're replicating the scene from Prince of Thieves, where Robin Hood encounters Little John. And they got this bridge crossing, right? And as a Chew, son of a sneeze, is hopping from one side of the bank to the other because it's a tiny fucking creek, and it's like, it ain't the mighty Mississippi, because you don't have to use the road, okay?
Right, because fuck them hoe ass roads.
Right.
Sorry,
so
my libertarianism was slipping out of
we jump to Obi-Wan. Spoilers for Obi-Wan, if anybody gives a shit. They're fleeing the Empire because shit's gone wrong. They're at an Imperial crossing, right?
And a mole rat person is driving them in a vehicle to the Imperial crossing.
No, we're after Mole Rat Man. We'll get to Mole Rat Man later. No. The thing is that it's not like there's a giant, mountainous shelf and a narrow pass, and they have to go through this checkpoint. It's not like there's a big metal wall, and it would take 20 minutes or half hour to go around it, and you might run into more dudes. There's no chain link fence like the American southern border, right? It's literally like a 15-foot fence with a laser divider in the center.
And you could walk around one part of the laser divider.
Obi-Wan goes out of his way to pull his gun to shoot the control module to blow it up so that he can walk through straight, because taking the minute to go around the thing carrying the kid would just be too long. And it is the dumbest thing in that episode.
Well, and at first you think he's going to take like the weird hover truck bit, right? He wanted to drive the truck.
Because that would have made sense.
Right. But no, we're just gonna run on foot because we're tired babies in this.
Now, since we're on this topic of the show so far, did you kind of like the whole like gunslinger Obi-Wan, like trying to keep his Jedi powers and his lightsaber
that made
hidden?
sense.
Because I thought that was really cool. Like he was kind of using the Force to like pull off shots and shit. Except till the what was it, the end of the second episode? He can't hit shit.
Well, let's also consider something interesting. It's a nice little nod to A New Hope. When Luke finds the lightsaber in Obi-Wan's shit, right? Obi-Wan refers to it as an artifact of a more civilized age, right? Yeah. And it's like, oh, so the reason Obi-Wan doesn't use a blaster isn't because he couldn't. He certainly fucking could, right? But because he associates it with kind of the darkest point in his life and just does not approve of blasters. And it's like, yeah, you know what? That makes sense. Yes. Thank you, Church.
I can dig it.
But
I haven't seen it, so I have nothing
the franchise. I pray that you do not alter it any further.
But yes, they've also had some cameos from actors I liked, including Zach Braff, formerly.
Yeah, I did not realize Zach Braff was the mole truck driver creature.
Now, if you look at
everybody's shitting a brick about Flea.
Yeah, like you see here. If you read some of these things, it makes more sense.
Wait, real quick. So I was sitting there watching, like I was like, I know who that guy is. Who the fuck is this guy? And then there was the Darth Vader scene with him like out of the helmet. I was like, I wonder if that was Hayden Christensen. So I go to IMDb. I was like, oh fuck, that guy was Flea, son of a bitch.
Yeah. Flea was in the second episode. I think the first episode. But yeah, so Zach Braff,
first
famous for Scrubs, plays an evil Quisling, and as Church posting up a classic meme format of Zach Braff, him working for the Empire makes sense. Because don't get me wrong, I love the idea of killing unwanted babies. It's just the notion of letting women make a decision that doesn't sit well with me. So the problems I have beyond the fact that
another classic banger. Sure, it was terrible and all, but you have to ask yourself: if a whole city was flooded, why couldn't they just swim to safety? Zach Braff on Katrina.
I don't know a lot about Zach Braff, but it seems as though his nature of comedy, right, is to say something as offensively stupid as Jaden Smith, but actually have timing.
No, this is a meme. That was early 2000s.
So Zach Braff, it's like the comedy where, like, he's awkwardly ignorant about something, and that's what makes it funny because it's so awkward.
I will say again, it's like he's decided to say something that is Jaden Smith level stupid, but with timing.
Mm-hmm.
He's actually funny.
It's mostly just awkward.
Yeah, but he's actually funny, whereas Jaden Smith is just disappointing.
Well, that's because he's a Smith.
If you really want something, go for it. Zach Braff on rape.
This was one of my favorite classic memes. This is one of my favorite.
Church, you gotta understand, okay? Yellow paint is hard to come by, and if you need the right color, you go and you get it. Hi, Cross Comics.
What's going on, Cross?
So my problem is beyond the fact that nothing looks right, is the camera work wasn't right. So Rune and I were talking about this, and Rune came up with an analysis point that I agree with. This should have been like The Fugitive. It needed to be claustrophobic. Obi-Wan needed to fear that, the Sith were around every corner, out to get him and Leia and cause some problems. But all the shots were wide, open, and expansive, and the shots were not contributing to the tone that the show needed. Nor was the music really contributing to the tone.
Oh, the music was fucking awful.
Yeah, the music was only appropriate when the Sith were out doing evil things. And it's not really difficult to play evil tone music.
Yeah.
So the first episode was a lot of filler, because all you really needed in the first episode was Obi-Wan on Tatooine. Owen Lars is like going, "Hey, you're not going to train my kid. Look, I'm grateful for you to give me the kid, but you're not training him because you fucked up with my brother."
Can we take a minute to give mad respect for Uncle Owen? Masterclass level troll.
Yeah. that was a good performance.
I don't necessarily forgive Filoni and Favreau for everything. I'm not the kind of person that forgets randomly because they do halfway decent. But clearly, those guys at least give something of a fragment of a shit more than other people working in the Disney Star Wars, because they were actually able to get certain characterizations just right.
The exact characterization you need. And Jimmy Smits' character coming there to get Obi-Wan to help him with Leia. Look, I know that violates canon, and they've actually violated current Disney Star Wars canon, but realistically, George never intended Leia to be an important character at the beginning of the show, beyond being just a space princess. So they kind of have to retcon that because it's weird.
Canon is sitting on the...
And according to all the retards on Twitter, the Second Amendment doesn't apply to canon, so...
Look. Canon is sitting on the corner in her prom dress, shaking and hoping that she's still pretty tomorrow morning.
But in addition to that violation of canon, it also violated the Filoni canon, because Filoni, one of his characters he created, the Grand Inquisitor, got stabbed in the second episode. And it was dumb that he got stabbed, because you want that to be your pop-off point at the end of the first season. You want that to be sort of the thing that kicks things up into a higher gear. But they decided to pop it at the second season, which wasn't good. And while I enjoyed Vader in the third episode, I think third episode was also too early to bring out Vader.
So I also had an issue with the lightsaber fight between Obi-Wan and Vader, right? Mm-hmm. So Obi-Wan keeps saying like he's there to watch over Luke on Tatooine to train him when he becomes old enough, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you would think that would assume training in lightsaber combat.
That would, yes.
So why is he so shit not a practice in lightsaber combat going up against Vader?
The answer is what
yes.
The answer is what Larry is saying. They blow their load too soon on the wrong things.
Finally, right? Something I can talk about. Blowing loads too soon.
I mean, you do have like 1,000 kids, so yeah.
But the thing is, they're failing to understand setup and payoff. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
You want to do a story about Obi-Wan. You want to do a story about Obi-Wan at the worst part of his life. You want to do a story about Obi-Wan being distant from the Force because of his weight of guilt about Order 66 and the Clone Wars. All right? Fine. Okay.
And his having to basically murder his brother.
Right. You want to posit that he's not able to use his Force abilities to the highest to be able to be used because he's not able to focus the Force. Fine. What you do is you actually show it that when he's not at his shit job, right, and he's hiding out in his shit cave, that he's not just sitting there and mumbling and having nightmares, but he's like trying to do kata because, you know, Obi-Wan is one of the single greatest swordsmen of his particular style of lightsaber combat in Star Wars, right?
Yeah,
and
like Form 2 or whatever,
right.
Which I'm ashamed of myself for knowing that.
But you show him not being able to do it. You show him not being able to focus. And then it's like, okay, so that's why he's not talking to Qui-Gon and shit, because his head's all fucked up.
Oh yeah, they could have done it well, but they didn't.
I will interject and say on May the 4th, I was at the local watering hole, and they had several Star Wars themed specials on the menu. One of which was a flight of Jolly Rancher shots that they called a lightsaber flight. And I watched the girl make them, and I was like, okay, blue, all right, good, green, yes. Red, okay. And then she made a purple one. I was like, you dumb bitch, it needed to be yellow! There's only one purple lightsaber in the whole fucking movie!
I mean, it was Samuel L. Jackson's lightsaber.
Well, yeah, but I'm sitting there and I'm trying to explain.
That was the motherfucker shot.
Well, here's the thing. I was sitting there trying to explain to these people, all right, so you got your Jedi Knight, you got your Jedi Counselor, you got your Sith, and now you have Sam Jackson, when you could have done a yellow one and have your Jedi Sentinel. You motherfucker. And everybody's just looking at me like, how did you ever get laid?
The problem is not that it's a Sam Jackson Jolly Rancher. Okay? The problem is that you know, because of where you live, that the Sam Jackson's Jolly Rancher is grape when Sam Jackson's goddamn blackcurrant.
It was grape. It was a grape shot. And I mean,
what other flavor is purple, Rune?
Well, actually, no. Here's the thing, man. It wasn't supposed to be.
Purple is the flavor. That's grape. Grape is not even real grape. It's fake grape. And we all know Sam Jackson is 100% a real man.
Now, here's the thing, though. There's no grape pucker to make these shots with. So when she mixed the flavors together and it came out grape, I was fucking astonished.
What did she use? Like
it was blue carico and something else.
Okay.
But that basically tastes like citrus and orange. But she mixed some other flavor with it that made it taste like purple. Not grape, but purple grape.
Now,
yeah, it's
right.
My other major points of commentary when bringing about
Wait a minute. Another way you could do a Sam Jackson lightsaber Jolly Rancher would be cough syrup.
No.
Lean flavored shots.
yeah. Equal parts lean and vodka.
Yeah. Let's just call that a felony.
Sounds like a bad time.
Church, we grew up in some rough areas if we both thought of lean immediately.
I'm sitting here thinking I was about to tell y'all. I was at the store the other day and I had to pick some up. They can Mad Dog and carbonate it now. I bought one and I tasted it and I was like, man, this tastes just like juvenile delinquency.
Here's another thing. Do you know what the MD in Mad Dog stands for?
What?
Right. I'll read back,
Logan
guys.
David. It's
you kids have fun.
Passover Jewish wine that's made into malt liquor.
Yeah. It tastes like juvenile delinquency and hangover that you're gonna have because you're going to have it.
So,
just smelling that, you would get a hangover.
Two other major parts of the show that bother me is number one, third sister, who's the quote unquote villain. You know, I
was boring.
Well, she was boring, but also, why is it that the black woman had to be violent, impulsive, and filled with rage?
Why do you ask? Why do you ask questions to which you already know the answer?
I was gonna say, don't you live in Florida and already know the answer to that?
I'm just saying, it's kind of weird how the Disney marketing department folks are racist.
Haven't you watched Live Leak before, Larry?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's kind of weird how the Disney marketing department talked about how people are going to attack her character for being a racial thing, and they made her character a really racist stereotype.
Are we still talking about Star Wars, or are we reviewing Don't Be a Menace in South Central while drinking your juice in the hood now?
Yes.
I mean, that's the lead conversation. But the problem is with her character is they didn't know what to do with her character because her character needed to be a slow burn before she stabbed her boss. Because she wanted to get, access and proximity to Vader. But instead of doing that, they had her pop off too early and be kind of dull.
They also gave us no background to the character, so there's no motivation.
I mean, she was one of the little Jedi kids in the opening. You know, she's one of the little Jedi kids in the opening.
Yeah. I mean, they gave us a glimpse of something, but they didn't really show us why she turned evil instead of being some Jedi rebel that helps Obi-Wan.
She's out there trying to bring order to the galaxy and restore peace and civilization.
Okay. All right, go join the NRA with that speech, Larry.
Thanos was popular, Ayrton. They have to copy it.
But seriously, they gave us no background into why she went down that path and what her motivation is. It was so
they didn't give us any reason for us to be invested in her character as a villain.
This bitch with gross and nappy dreadlocks that were cut to her shoulder for some reason.
Damn, Don, I must calm down.
wants to fucking kill Obi-Wan for some reason.
And it's also nappy dreadlocks that are in the mental illness haircut style as well.
Yeah. And I can say that, Church. I had dreadlocks for several years.
But a lot of people were critical of her performance because it wasn't good, but it wasn't good because it was written badly and directed badly because they didn't really have a good idea of what to do with her character.
Yeah, the character was just written boring.
The other big complaint is Kid Leia, but as I explained to people is, listen, for most people, an 8 to 10-year-old child is annoying unless it's your biological offspring. And even then, they're probably super annoying.
So Kid Leia was awful in the first episode. Episode 2, she was a bit better. In episode 3, I actually liked her performance.
Yeah. In episode 3, they gave her something that she had the talent toolbox to work with.
Right.
In episode 1, she was a super annoying kid. In episode 2, she was a kid hostage, and that was kind of annoying. But you need somebody to protect the children.
But the actress
here.
Well, the actress she actually did really well with the material in episode 2. It was just shit material.
Yeah. So Church is our expert with small children. Do you agree that small children are super annoying to people who aren't biologically related to them?
Absolutely.
And
I feel like they're super annoying even if you are biologically related to them in certain cases.
But you're required to like them because they're your offspring and they're going to repopulate your DNA into the world.
Oh shit!
Unless you're my family and. My mom keeps saying when me and my one sister are gonna settle down and have kids and stuff, and we keep telling her you should add more kids.
I mean, it's kind of weird that she's asking you and your sister when you're gonna have kids together. You live in Michigan, not Arkansas.
Not together.
I mean, it gets weird in the UP. Okay, It gets weird in the UP.
It gets super weird in the UP. Holy shit! I always forget that you spent time up here, Larry.
Well, I didn't spend time up there, but I worked in a company that was remote from Florida into Michigan, so I had a foot in the Michigan experience.
Yes. I did have to shit talk somebody from Michigan last night. And,
good. Michigan's awful. Don't get me wrong.
Night before last, maybe. It was some chick called Short and Sassy on Twitter. She thought that she. Okay, so I've been going off about the whole gun control thing lately because.
Dude, same.
Yeah, like I'm so fucking sick and tired of hearing about it. But you should have a license to drive a car. You should have a license to buy a gun. You do have to have a license to buy a gun, you dumb son of a bitch.
Yeah, it's called a 4473. And every single time I buy a goddamn gun, it gets sent to the FBI and I get researched for 20 minutes before they say, yes, you can buy this gun. Every single fucking time. I swear to God.
The timestamp where Ayrton complains about filling out the form for getting his gun is approximately 30 minutes into this video.
Well, okay. To be fair,
I'm clipping it live right now.
To be fair, I also tend to tweet at government agencies and politicians and tell them they're cunts and tell them to fuck off. So that might be part of it, but that's besides the point.
But no, it's just like you have to present your photo ID to the person you're trying to buy this from. Give them your social security number, and then you have to wait 3 days in most cases to take the fucking thing home, even after they say, yeah, you can get it. Okay, cool. I'll take it.
You have to wait longer.
Okay, come back in 3 days.
For guns.
Well,
guns are difficult to get like baby formula.
No. I'm talking about even if it's sitting right in front of you, you still have to wait 3 days.
Yeah.
Not here. As long as your 4473 comes back clear, you can take it home that day. Here in Michigan.
No, not here. You got to come back for it. Yep.
Wow.
So I'm going to segue a little bit out of Star Wars to something that's positive.
God damn it, Captain Weeb, shut the fuck up. You all knew what I meant, and you misconstrued what I said on purpose, you fuckers.
Yes, we did.
All right, you goddamn CNN fucks.
So I went and saw Top Gun Maverick, which I highly recommend. Now, I'm not going to say
about that.
Now, I'm not going to say Top Gun Maverick is the best movie ever made. But what I'm going to say is it does something different than Star Wars Obi-Wan. It does something called meeting expectations as opposed to subverting expectations. So, Ayrton, you've not seen Top Gun Maverick yet, have you?
I haven't seen the original Top Gun because I can't stand Tom Cruise's voice.
Okay, but what would you expect Top Gun Maverick to be as a movie?
Gay.
I mean, yes, it is a bunch of oiled up military people, but what would you expect to happen in the movie?
I don't know because I haven't seen the first one.
Okay, Church, what would you expect to happen in this movie? Without Googling what's in the movie.
What would I expect to happen in the movie? I'd expect some planes to be flown. I'd expect some volleyball to be played. And I'd expect some really quippy one-liners.
Okay, so they did subvert your expectation. It's touch football instead of volleyball.
Okay.
So it's 90% more gay?
Exactly.
That's what I said.
Exactly. But in Top Gun Maverick, it's all about Maverick Mitchell, played by Tom Cruise, playing the default Tom Cruise character, who is asked to come back to Top Gun one more time to train a crew of recruits to do a mission. And of course, he has to end up leading the mission because he's Tom Cruise and the hero of the movie. And shit gets blown up.
Did he do all his own stunts? And by that I mean he ran in a straight line.
He did his bike stunts. He flew an F-18.
Tom Cruise did not fly a goddamn fighter jet.
He did.
No, he did not.
He did.
No, the fuck he didn't. There was some fucker in there.
No. Tom Cruise actually has a pilot's license now.
How goes it, Miss Rena?
Hey, Miss Rena.
To fly a fucking fighter jet? I doubt it.
I mean, he didn't fly it far, but he flew it because they had the cameras built into the screen into the cockpit screen. So he was flying in the pilot station.
I put that one up already, Church.
Okay.
So, do you want to mention, hey, Miss Rena, you got to, I believe you didn't just fund, but now you're into like super stretch goals.
Yeah, hopefully
Super
Miss Rena
stretch.
goes in. Hopefully Miss Rena goes into on demand so she can rake in even more cash
We will.
before shipping out her book.
Oh yeah, well she's gonna extend, and then she'll have the option to go on demand.
Yeah,
She's not even through the first month yet.
Hey, if Miss Rena does well enough, maybe she can sell out to like Hulu and get an animated series.
I mean, she's got a good, good thing for animated series. But
the Top Gun Maverick. Does Goose make an appearance?
Goose does not make an appearance because he died in the first movie.
They didn't dig him up in Weekend at Bernie's him?
Yeah, but you know who does make an appearance and you didn't think they would? Val Kilmer makes an appearance.
BRB guys, there's cops.
What?
Church, they found you. What did you do?
No. There was a block party on my street right when the show was starting. And I've been noticing it start to disperse. And now they're police.
You're supposed to bring balance to the comics, not destroy them. Why did you become Darth Meth?
Remember, Church, I'm your Huckleberry.
That's right. I'm your Dingleberry.
Look, we got Darth Meth, Darth Crocodile, Darth Menthol.
So,
Church, so I'm changing your name to Darth Menthol for the rest of the show.
So, God darn it. So anyway, yes, Val Kilmer did play a small role in this movie because his health has let him do a bigger role.
But was he
played Iceman?
Was he somebody's Huckleberry?
Yes, actually, he was Maverick Mitchell's Huckleberry.
Actually, can I point out a bit of unfortunate irony?
Yes.
So Val Kilmer played Doc Holliday. Doc Holliday traveled to the West for the dry conditions to deal with tuberculosis, an illness that prevents you from speech. And Val Kilmer has throat cancer that prevents him from speech.
Though he's actually had some surgical procedures that have at least given him a modicum of speaking in the way that Stephen Hawking speaks now.
I'm just saying that it's not that Val Kilmer is degenerating. It's that Val Kilmer is merging with Doc Holliday and becoming Holliday Kilmer.
I'm actually just upset that when they made Top Gun Maverick, they didn't use the persona of Tom Cruise's character from Tropic Thunder as Maverick grown up.
Grown up. The whole movie is about Maverick growing up, but they end the movie in a bad way. But here's what the movie does: it takes a legacy character, it respects a legacy character, it brings in a new character in a meaningful way. They both go on a journey together.
Nicky Rackets also said that when he went and saw it, there was like a 5-minute, like not quite a 5-minute, but it was like a thank you to the audience for making it possible and saying that this movie was literally made for the fans, which I thought was kind of nice that certain studios are out there going, you know what, why don't we try and make the audience that we have happy.
that is a radical concept.
Wait a minute, Church, you're wise and knowledgeable, and you have a wife and children. Could you describe to me what it is to be happy?
I think who was it? Dennis Leary said it best.
I mean, he's a wise guru of our age.
It's a chocolate chip cookie, a cigarette butt, and an orgasm. You eat the cookie, you smoke the butt, you bust the nut, you go to sleep, you wake up, you go to work.
Actually,
that's happy.
Actually, I want that. I want Disney. If you're watching our show, fucking take notes. I want Obi-Wan to encounter an Asebric Grey Jedi played by Dennis Leary pulling out some of his greatest hits. I fucking want that. I want it in my life.
You want to hear another counterexample of a studio? This studio happens to be owned by Disney, producing something that is satisfactory and meet audience expectations.
Let me squeeze in something really stupid. Miss Rena, the Morbius movie is not bad, but it ain't great. But the internet has glommed onto a meme that didn't happen.
Where, it's Morbin time.
Where Morbius says it's Morbin time. To the extent that
he doesn't say that in the movie?
No, he doesn't. I've actually seen the film in theaters. He never says it. Okay, but it was the meme is so mimetic. It is so much of an earworm that not only is that failed film back in theaters becoming not a failed
failing
film,
again. No, it failed again.
But it's getting the sequel we didn't think it was going to get. Which means
they're gonna put that line in there, and I'm gonna shoot myself.
Yeah, but I mean, look at it this way, Ayrton. It means that more than likely next year, this time on my birthday, I'm actually gonna get to go see Morbius 2 with the lady I'm stepping out with, and maybe this time her kids won't get sick, and we will in fact decide to canoodle. So bonus.
Now let me just put this out there. They will put It's Morbin time in there because they put I'm the Juggernaut bitch in X-Men 2.
This is a fact.
Well, that's the thing. What Morbius did say that nobody caught is he does actually look at a guy claimed to be Venom and then pat him on the shoulder and say that he's just joking. A joke that makes no sense within the context of that film because nobody knows who Venom is. Eddie Brock hasn't been arrested,
Right.
Yeah.
And Spider-Man doesn't exist to make him famous for fighting him.
Right.
Yeah.
The whole premise of the Venom movies is that the symbiote and Eddie have to stay kind of low key because nobody it's not been publicly named or anything.
Well,
although in the second movie, I will say he does go to a rave and talk about being Venom.
Well, then you have
what it means to be Venom.
Well, then you have the other thing. Everybody was talking about the after credit scenes in Morbius, which are kind of and people were talking about the after credit scene in No Way Home, right?
Yeah.
That scene is funnier than anyone let on. It's not what people said it was. I heard it was just him sitting in a motel, seeing Spider-Man exists and being
that's the end credit scene of Let There Be Carnage.
Yeah. No. I love the idea of Eddie Brock and Venom sitting in a fucking place in Boca, being like, okay, so let me get this right. So there's this group called the Avengers, and aliens tried to invade the planet, and just not believing any of it. And I can only imagine how many times he was having this conversation with this much suffering bar dude, going yeah. That shit happened.
I was gone for 5 years, you prick.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Here's the thing. I haven't seen Let There Be Carnage yet. But
Let There Be Carnage is fucking great.
You might not like.
It really is.
It's
you might
so
not like.
better
I know Larry's not a fan. You might not like. Oh shit! Actor's name's right back in my head. What's his name's portrayal of Eddie Brock with his bad attempt at accent?
I can't stand Tom Hardy. I think he's a horrible actor, but Let There Be Carnage was fun as shit.
Dude,
yeah.
So,
Tom Hardy's an excellent actor.
The thing is,
I haven't liked a single thing I've seen him in.
If you're a filmy, you have to go watch a thing called Bronson, where he's great.
Oh, I've seen Bronson.
Amazing.
Bronson's amazing.
Yeah. The thing is that
also remember, Rune, I also don't really like movies. I only watch them for this show.
That's what I'm saying. You're not a filmy, so
his performance of Bane is actually amazing.
Is it?
Because it led to a meme culture, and that meme culture then actually came to life in the Germanwings crash. Because somebody interviewed somebody about that plane crash, and they referenced the meme.
I'll give you that.
I mean, what we need now is we need Bane saying it's Morbin time.
It's Morbin time.
Oh, it's Morbin time.
You merely adopted the morb. I was born in it, molded by him.
I was mobbed by it.
So another example of a studio delivering goods to an audience is season 3, episode 1 of The Orville Open.
I haven't seen it.
My wife was so fucking happy the Orville got his new season.
Mm-hmm. Your wife has good taste. I see. That's why she married you.
Wait. You guys like the Orville?
No.
Absolutely.
Larry.
I can't stand Seth MacFarlane. He's a fucking hack comedian.
Larry, Mrs. Church has good taste and bad decision making. Let's get this correct.
Right, but the Orville is not that kind of funny. It's not Seth MacFarlane's humor. Seth MacFarlane plays the show straight.
In matter of point,
good.
No. In matter of point, I was afraid when I heard about the Orville originally that it was going to be Family Guy in space or American Dad in space. It is neither of those things.
Yeah,
I will credit that it is not those things.
It's a parody Star Trek where the lead character doesn't realize it's a parody.
It's not even a parody. It's a stand up of Star Trek.
The thing is, because Larry and I had a bit of a talk about this. I will also say that there are elements, especially when they're trying to be funny, that I do not like. Sort of key MacFarlaneisms, right? When the Orville is not being a Seth MacFarlane joint, it is amazing.
There are also certain kinds of things that are funny if you're a Trekkie. Like there was an entire scene where the first officer and the helmsman were talking outside of the bathroom because that was the joke Star Trek fans make of nobody ever goes to the bathroom on the show, even though why would you show people going to the bathroom on the show? So that's a scene. That's a scene they're talking before they go into the bathroom.
Okay, so Rune's probably going to hate me for this, but so I'm a huge Firefly fan.
Mm-hmm.
And that it was first pitched to me and my ex-wife because we're both pretty big Firefly fans, that it was kind of like a comedic version of that mixed with Star Trek, and I watched like 2 episodes and hated it, and she thought it was funny, but she had horrible taste. I mean, she did marry me. And so I just never watched past like the 3rd or 4th episode.
So season 1 of the Orville starts with season 3, episode 1 of the Orville starts with a classic old sci-fi-ism. So there was a character who was involved in a bad, and Seth MacFarlane's character made a decision for him to be brought back to life. And lots of people weren't okay with that decision. And the episode was about the consequences of that decision. And one character who also didn't like this person being brought back from the dead because they did a bad, doing a good because they're a good person.
Well, let's not get too deep into it. The best episode of the Orville was when the 2 whatever aliens that are that kind of look like Ferengi started smoking.
Mm-hmm.
That was the best episode of the Orville. I'm not saying anything else about it. It was hilarious to me.
I mean, to me, the whole show just kind of came off of like, what's that Tim Allen movie?
I got arrested for cocaine again.
No, the Star Trek, the Star Trek parody Tim Allen movie where the actors get beamed onto an actual spaceship.
I know what you're talking about. It's such a meta fucking concept. I hated it.
Larry, what's the name of the goddamn movie?
I hated it.
I'm kind of trying to struggle here.
God damn it!
Oh, I also saw Bob's Burgers movie.
That's what I thought the Orville was basically, but not as good as the Tim Allen movie.
Okay,
I'm gonna have to look it up. I can't remember what it's called.
I know exactly what you're talking about too.
Everybody does. Everybody does, and I just sound like a fucking retard right now.
Sound like.
Shut up. Shut your mouth.
I do think Tim Allen's been arrested for the 3rd time for cocaine was a better movie than that one.
Fun fact, I'm pretty sure he was arrested in Detroit for that.
He had a mustache, and it was awful.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I just can't imagine, like, when you're Tim Allen famous, can't you get somebody to drive your cocaine across the country, or would you try to save $10?
It was before he was famous. He was still just doing stand-up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And he had a pound of cocaine for no reason?
Yeah.
Just personal use?
Galaxy Quest. Galaxy
That's
Quest.
it.
God damn it. We are all so stupid. Okay. Anyways, Larry, you said you saw Bob's Burgers.
Yeah. So Bob's Burgers, the movie, is basically like a Bob's Burgers episode on steroids.
Which I've also never seen. So continue.
I don't hate Bob's Burgers. It's just...
I mean, Bob's Burger is about a man who's struggling with a burger restaurant that's in a bad location. And he just always seems to muddle along. He's got his kids who are awkward and not necessarily right. And there's a murder mystery, and there's singing, and there's humor, and there's carnies.
You lost me at singing. I fucking hate musicals. Repo spoiled me on musicals. I can't do it anymore. Repo the Genetic Opera. Nothing. All right.
I mean, I like Repo the Genetic Opera.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh man, you got to watch it. It's the only thing. It's the only good piece of film Paris Hilton's ever done.
Paris Hilton's been in films?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
How do you not know this?
Dude, again, I don't like movies, and I haven't owned a TV in like 10 years.
She showed up, and they didn't have the funds for the kind of wardrobe that they needed for costume. So she just went and raided her fucking closet and brought shit in for all the women to wear.
Nice.
She's like, I have enough trashy clothes for everybody here.
I do like a nice trashy broad every now and then.
Oh, then you'll like Repo the Genetic Opera.
All right, I'll check it out.
It's a musical, but
that's okay. I like musicals.
Giles is in it from Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's the Repo Man.
All right.
And he also does pretty well in his vocals.
Sorry, Larry, continue. You sound so done with our bullshit tonight.
No. But I mean, that's where the Bob's Burgers movie was. That was the major portion of my content for the show, and I ate up an hour and some change with that.
Not even an hour.
A little bit over about an hour. So, Rune, do you have some good quality content to put in here?
Rune's
AFK
at
the moment.
Rune's fucked off.
So that means me and Church are going to sit here and tiz him out about the gun control argument.
Oh, no. No, well, first we could talk about the Amber Heard Johnny Depp thing.
Oh, yeah, we should talk about that.
We should talk about that.
Wait, have you guys seen the new Dr. Seuss book coming out? Amber, Here's a Pooh?
Oh, God.
Oof.
That's fantastic.
I mean, first of all, shout out to that umbrella guy for getting to live in an actual celebrity's head rent-free.
Yep, and his lawyer. Have you heard of the Umbrella Man?
Wait, so did Johnny ever refer to her as a cunt? What, like to her face?
What, to her face?
Oh,
no.
Rune's back. Rune, what content do you have besides?
No, let me keep going about the Umbrella Man, because I actually, as a graphic designer, I had to make some content for the Umbrella Man. When that happened that day in court, I just sat down and I was like, I have to. This is necessary. Where's it at? Look at all those tabs.
we can't see them, but
there we go.
I mean, we're about to.
Oh yeah. That was great. That was so good.
See, this is why it frustrates me that I am not a published comics guy yet, because I would make that joke a reality. Like
What,
I would
the
have
Umbrella Man?
like I'd have a serious book, right? And then when I did a sequel, or when I did a swag book for contributors, right? It would be a comedic crossover worthy of Don Chen, where
Well,
you have your,
you know who the Umbrella Guy is, right?
I do know who the Umbrella Man is.
Okay.
But I'm just saying that you have your serious character there, right? And
Yeah.
your serious character is like having a horrible day. And what's his horrible day? It's because that darn Umbrella Man. And you just play it straight like it's a classic Silver Age Spider-Man bit.
I can't tell if Church is laughing at that or the meme I just put on screen.
Why not?
No. No,
And
if you're
meme
gonna
on screen is quality.
the Umbrella Man bit, you have to do it about the Umbrella Guy at the grassy knoll.
Oh, I have a meme for that too. Hold on, let me find it.
Of course, you have a meme about someone shooting JFK. Of course,
No.
So when I was
Degrassi.
in Dallas, I went because they put X's on the road where he got shot the 3 times. I wanted to take a super trashy picture, like doing the rock and roll horns, but there was too much there was way too much traffic, so I didn't do it because I didn't want to get hit by a car. Anyways,
of course you did. But now, on the Johnny Depp Amber Heard thing, just seriously, do you guys all have obviously heard the verdict? I'm assuming I watched more of the trial than any of you.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I got the recap from Rakita like in his nighttime streams.
Okay, what about you, Larry?
I poked in, listened to a little here, a little there, various and sundry people.
Okay, so I listened to every minute of it and then caught all the extraneous footage that was going on while the trial wasn't on. I've just been in depth, not literally, but like just deep in all this shit for like 6 straight weeks. And when that jury verdict came back and we got cucked on the fucking verdict for like 10-20 minutes, I was like, son of a bitch! Because they forgot to put punitive damages down.
Dude, I jerked off to that picture of her basically crying while the verdict was being read that night. Anyway.
But no, the jury came back.
There's the meme I have.
Okay. I fucking hate you so much. That's the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. Oh God.
I'm just gonna leave that on screen. Keep going.
I have something rare and novel. I in fact have a contribution for the memes on screen. Because if nobody has seen this meme, you absolutely should.
Okay.
Like
send it to me or Church
it's
in the private chat.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying humans who have not seen this meme are missing out. You've probably seen it.
I've seen it, yeah.
Oh,
but it's still good. But
it is
what
good.
did everybody think about the verdict? I mean, with your various like levels of interest in the case.
Based on how these laws work, all she had to do was prove he beat her, and she didn't.
Right.
Because all of her evidence ended up coming down to, well, do you believe this woman who has lied? Because we've had witnesses that have come up that she's lied, not just about facts related to her case, but facts tangentially related to the case that she didn't need to lie about. That she's very casual with the truth.
My dog's still gonna be.
That's the thing. When you ask me, Joe, what do you think? I straddle the line between 2 extremes, and it's not the I'm for Johnny, I'm for Amber extreme, because for Amber is stupid. Amber Heard was in the wrong. She was always in the wrong. She was never gonna peg Johnny Depp because everybody.
Oh, she was gonna peg him.
She wanted.
She was trying.
I mean, she may have pegged him, but that's not the point. I'm just saying. We all knew that the claims were bullshit. Like everybody could see they were bullshit from a mile away. It was just a question of. It was just a question of what the circus was going to look like, and it was the circus we expected.
Actually,
So-
believe it or not, as somebody that watched that, at least at the courthouse level,
Yeah,
like on social media, yeah, it was a goddamn freak show.
yeah.
But on the courthouse level, it was actually quite tame considering
Oh,
what
yeah.
it could have been.
But that's
Hose
the
mad,
thing
yes.
is on one level I give an absolute lack of fucks because oh look, two rich people had a slap fight and traded money. The world will never be the same.
Yes, but
Right.
but Rune,
Consequences will never be the same.
wait, Rune. So me and my coworkers, we did the math, right?
Right.
If Amber Heard to pay off her debt from this court case, if she only gave $2 hand jobs and she did 2 at a time and gave hand jobs for 12 hours a day, it would take her 219 years to pay off her debt.
Yeah, but here's the thing. All she has to do is start an OnlyFans for $750, and within a month she'll pay it off.
Well, there is one other thing.
Yeah, but my math is way funnier.
Well, there's also there's one more thing that brings us back to my other facet of my point. Because on one level, I'm like, oh look, rich people trading money, but on the other point is just Amber Heard is an awful person. We knew this going in, and nothing of value was lost. Because maybe if Amber Heard was better at hand jobs, she wouldn't be in the position she is now.
Like I said, $2 hand jobs, $3 for a beach, and $4 for anal. If you buy all 3, you get $2 off.
I mean, is that the secret? Is the Amber Heard shit the bed scenario as that she was actually trying a new act? It's like, Johnny, I can make money. Look at this.
Yeah, no, she didn't douche her asshole correctly, so it,
well,
she was trying to do anal and.
Well, that's the thing. When I talk about the circus, there's a guy named Meat Canyon. He's an animator on YouTube. He's hilarious.
Yeah,
you should check out his freaky shit. He's not.
Oh, shit.
I don't actually think he's pro Amber, but he made a great game of claiming to be pro Amber, right? And one of the things that he actually got into, because why not be tism, right? Was to suggest that the whole bed shitting scenario was because literally they got really drunk and had Indian food that night. And it's like, if that's true, dear sweet Lord.
I mean, have you ever had Indian
I hate
food?
you so much.
I have. It's awful.
Why do you
Why
do you hate me?
Why wouldn't I?
I mean, Ayrton, he's Darth Menthol. He has to give into his anger.
Right. I don't know why he hates me. I have no idea what's going on now.
I'm just disappointed in all of you. We're an hour into the show, and this hasn't come up yet.
Because his hate has made him powerful.
God, why is this still playing? Stop it.
I was planning to mention unreasonable things later on in the show. It is Killdozer Day.
That's right. It is Killdozer Day. Fuck yeah. Fuck goddamn Fed boys.
And I was asked,
all I wanted was a third road, you piece of shit.
Regulate these nuts. You know what? I will give you some high capacity these nuts right in your goddamn mouth,
so
and
Joe,
then I'll
are you
fuck your mother right in the goddamn asshole with them.
I've seen the documentary. I'm very familiar with Killdozer Day. It's sad.
What a great day.
It is, but it's also very sad.
It's sad that he had to do unreasonable things.
No, I mean the entire progression is sad. The man had a very sad life.
That's what happens when you push a reasonable man to the breaking point. He becomes unreasonable. Right. And the goddamn ATF should learn that bit and stop shooting goddamn fucking dogs and women holding their goddamn babies.
Oh, okay,
Ayrton.
Huh. Ayrton.
Yes.
Wounded Knee, Leonard Peltier.
Well, yeah, I mean,
what possibly makes you think the ATF knows what the fuck it's doing?
Okay, well, the ATF wasn't around during Wounded Knee.
Oh, I mean, come on, man! It's the alphabet. It's the same dipshits. They literally said,
well,
"Hey,
no, it was Custer.
No. They literally
that was Custer. That wasn't the ATF. The ATF wasn't formed until the NFA.
No, Custer is Little Bighorn. Wounded Knee is American separatists.
No, Custer was at at Wounded Knee.
No. The
No.
knee was in the
Yes, he
late
was.
19th century. No. The knee was in the late 19th century, which was after Custer.
No, are you sure? I'm pretty sure it was Custer's whatever.
Welcome to
Just a little
History
bit more,
Stream,
which
ladies
is
and
in a
gentlemen.
which is in a different state.
I was just going to rename the title of the show to The Church of Fed Posting.
I mean,
Okay.
either
No,
way,
I was wrong. What the fuck was I thinking of?
Either way, Rune, my point stands. The feds can fuck off. I didn't lose my guns in a boating accident. Come on over. I'll give you my address.
Oh, I'm
DM
sorry.
me.
Not Wounded Knee. Ruby Ridge.
Okay, yes, Ruby
Ruby
Ridge.
Ridge.
Yeah,
But I mean,
Wounded Knee. Custer was most certainly at Wounded Knee. You goddamn fucker.
General Custer's last thoughts. Holy
look.
shit, look at all them fucking Indians.
I mean, hold up. Custer's last stand wasn't connected to the Ghost Dance movement. The Ghost Dance movement was the big Wounded Knee situation.
Yeah, so Wounded Knee, they came in and took the Black Hills Indians, rounded them up, and said, "Hey, we're taking all your guns and everything, and all your weapons." And Crazy Horse, something happened. There was a noise. He pulled his knife out. The U.S. Army shot him. All the Indians that were captured started rushing the U.S. soldiers, and they basically killed 219 people, which were, and I think 203 of them were women and children who were innocent, and the rest were actual Indian warriors.
Either way, I meant Ruby Ridge.
Okay, yes, Ruby Ridge is very, very.
I am victim to my own conflation of ignorance.
Yes, because the ATF are fucking assholes.
Well, I mean,
every single person that works for the ATF, I hope you get a cactus up your ass that is covered in hot sauce.
Well, I mean, that is assuming that in the future the ATF doesn't become the Department of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Time Travel, because then it could be the ATF.
That's fair. That's fair. You know, because ATF should be a goddamn convenience store. All right.
We're not always working, but we're always open. But I do actually have something to contribute to the show of some consequence. It's just that I'm waiting for the right time, because it is one half a downer and one half an idiot misunderstanding a joke.
Okay. If it's a downer, I will be back in like 48 seconds.
Don't leave yet.
What?
Church is like, don't leave me. Don't leave me with this.
No, my hold on. What the fuck?
I mean, I'm literally just running to pee real quick.
That's fine. Go. I've completely fucked up somehow.
Okay.
Something in the system is burned. What have we screwed up?
What? Ah, there we go. Maybe this will work. No, I've lost one of my screens.
Yeah, I was asking. I was like, what's wrong? Also, Larry.
Yes.
Can you change your name to like Darth Reasonable?
Huh.
I would, except right now my keyboard's being a pain in my butt.
So you're actually Darth dyslexic.
Oof.
Oh wow,
Whoa.
double church.
Yep. So I have a dual monitor set up, and earlier today only one of my monitors came on. And in that time frame, I just was using that monitor to do what I needed to do. I went and got some KFC, came back, took a nap, got up, set up to do the show, and both my monitors were on. So I was like, cool.
Nope.
And as I went to open Discord to put the link to the Discord in the StreamYard for Chad, because he had asked for it. So one of you should do that. But I've lost the screen that had all my shit on it.
Wait,
because
you
somehow
want the link to the Discord just in the chat right now?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I can't see or do anything right now.
Oh, okay.
Oof.
Yeah, well, because
so that's why you wanted me here, so I could play producer. Got it.
Yeah, because you're gonna have to, because I don't have my displays.
Look, fear leads to anger. Anger leads to hate. Hate leads to suffering. Okay, Darth Menthol can't make his screens work, so people are gonna have to die.
People are gonna have to fucking die. I don't know.
I even posted it as you, Church.
Okay, good man.
And my mouse is being a fucker. There we go. There's the Discord link, everybody. You can join the Discord for the next 24 hours, I think.
That's generally how Discord links work, unless you guys set a permanent link.
I don't know if we do. I barely use Discord.
I'm just
Chad, I thought you were already in our Discord.
He was, but he got switched out or changed or whatever.
Okay, he got yeeted.
Yeah.
Which that remind me tomorrow, Church. I think I have Novel Bro's email address.
So,
I want to see what the fuck happened to him.
Related to the
Ayrton, would you say you got yeeted like a fetus?
Yeah, yeetus like a fetus.
By the way, related to the That Umbrella Guy thing, I forgot about this. So he said the Washington Post didn't contact him. Well, the reporter whose story claimed that she contacted him said, "My editor inserted that. I made no effort to contact him. I was only commenting on somebody else's story where they said they contacted him. But my editor misconstrued it."
Oh. I mean, so with the... I mean, they're still all assholes. Fuck the media.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about... do you want to go out on some anger, talking about the person who suggested that Alfred should be gay and have feelings for Master Bruce?
Do you want to repost that in the Twitter or private chat so I can pull it up on screen?
Thank you for bringing up something more offensive than what I wanted to talk about. Now I feel less bad.
I just got an electric chainsaw. Let me go plug that in real quick.
It's actually funny. While Church is setting that up, I went back and I read Hellstorm Prince of Lies because I have the first issue, and I was like, oh wow, they said more issues, and only to discover, oh my god, it's a Warren Ellis book from before Warren Ellis was a somebody, right? And I started having this like computations, like, oh god, am I a fucking fraud? Do I actually like people who I claim to dislike because now that they're famous, they're assholes? And then I went, well, wait a minute, you can like things and not like the people who do them, and all was well. But no, this is just offensive and gross.
No, I've been so done with Batman for so long. I just don't even care anymore.
I've been done with Marvel and DC in general since we started this fucking show.
Oh, I did want to point out that somebody's been pushing the whole "remember that time that Hal Jordan slept with a 13-year-old" bit.
What?
And I mean, she was really 9,000 guys.
Right. It was classic anime logic. So.
God, do you guys see what I'm talking about with my mouse? Holy shit!
Yeah, no,
I don't see a goddamn thing.
Oh, sorry. Besides
I'm having similar problems. I'm having similar problems with my mouse, so I understand.
Okay.
But yeah, so let's just talk briefly about this horrible and dumb thing that's on here. So Alfred was hired by Bruce's parents.
Well, hold on. Let's read it. This person, McBrundlefly. It would be more interesting to make Alfred come out as gay and have feelings for Bruce. Could do a lot more character development and plot devices that way. And that was responding to, come on, fucking mouse, god damn it, to Batman fans react to hints Bruce Wayne is bisexual. All right, so this hoe, as I tweeted out.
As you do. But let's start with the basics. Alfred was hired by Bruce's parents and considered Thomas Wayne, a friend. But not a friend, but a professional friend, as British domestics do. And then was forced to raise their son, and then help Bruce raise his sons. So yes, his having sexual feelings for Bruce, that's totally good character development. What are you, retarded?
Well, I think I have visual evidence of the plan they have for this. Just give me a moment to get this here. Let me put this together.
God damn it. Son of a bitch. Something popped up on my screen and I can't make it go away.
Welcome to the Church of Tech Support and Fed Posting, ladies and gentlemen.
So I do in fact have some behind the scenes.
Let's talk about this week's sponsor real quick, Geek Squad.
I have some behind the scenes sort of test development DC material of
wait,
gay.
where did you send it?
It's
okay.
in private. It's some worked up material of Bruce Wayne and gay Alfred.
Hold on one sec. All right.
For those of us who are blind, I have just sent to the screen Archer and Woodhouse from Archer.
Yes.
So not only is it a bad idea, it's also unoriginal. That's what you're saying.
Yes.
I'm just gonna leave this on the screen uncomfortably long while Larry continues to talk about why this is stupid.
Well, you mean especially because it's Archer holding a drink while Woodhouse is offering him
to put Chad's laughing emoji comment.
While Woodhouse is offering him a rag and what looks like a bottle of ether. Because seriously, this is the actual problem. Okay, I'm going to be fair in half a way. Okay, if you looked at me and said Bruce Wayne, an adult, met up with Alfred, an adult, and they decide to make a go of it because they're two consenting adults, I'd be like, okay, sure, it's stupid, but okay, whatever. I don't care. The little summer, winter, but whatever. No, the fact that it's Alfred, I raised you from a boy like my own son, is like, I've raised you from a boy, and now I want that, hot Dark Knight meat put on the leather.
He wants that badassy.
Yeah, he wants those bat nipples. It's like, no, this is extra wrong. This is super skeevy, guys.
Oh, I sent you something else to put up on screen so you can take that down, Ayrton.
That's pretty solid.
It's on screen.
I'm just gonna sit here and eat this Reese's peanut butter cup.
That's right, Rune.
Oh man, if I could connect this to my phone and share shit, I have so many horrible things I could put up right now. Anyways,
hey, cool. I think the police are back for posting memes. Oh, I got detained the other day. I didn't tell you guys about this.
Wait. Rune has to go solo layout. Hold on.
You okay? You
good?
good?
The motherfucker just sitting there eating Reese's peanut butter cups while we're being retarded. It's fucking great.
Anyway, no, I got detained the other day. I was sitting outside waiting on my lunch while I was at work.
That's the wrong button. Why are you still in solo? Sorry, continue.
I don't know. I mean, Church.
Okay, there we go.
Church, all right. You did show us that picture of you wearing $1,000 sunglasses. Okay?
It was it was the day after that.
I'm just saying, in a certain light, Taliban.
I mean, I'm not bad. I'm nationwide, Rune. But no, I'm sitting outside smoking a cigarette, waiting on my lunch to be finished so I can go back to work. And cop pulls up. Apparently, I matched the description, and my wife calls it the mediocre white man outfit with beard, tattoos, and a baseball cap.
I mean, that's what, 36 people in your town alone?
36 my ass. That's fucking over half of them, and that's counting some of the women. But what the fuck happened to somebody's microphone? It sounds like they're God now.
Sorry,
Ayrton had to change to a red Solo cup.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, I fucked some shit up. My bad.
But
I
anyway,
was trying to start my camera, but for some reason it's doing this, and I have no idea why.
I matched the description, so I had to sit there for 40 minutes while everyone at the bar was like, "Yeah, he's here every day at lunchtime. He's been here for 25 minutes already. He's not the guy." But apparently, they approached somebody at a gas station around the corner, like the other police did, and he ran. So they were like, "It's probably not you. You're good." But I'm sitting there like, I've never matched the description in my life.
Oh, holy shit! There we go. Now I got my camera to work. All right, sorry. Continue.
I'm like, I mean, I know I'm the blackest white man in town, but I've never matched the description before in my fucking life.
I mean,
not even once.
I mean, Church.
Unless it was something that I had actually done and I was lying.
I mean, Church, you're also the whitest black man in town. So,
no, that's my buddy. He and I were switched at birth.
Is his name Carlton?
No, he's actually nerdier than Carlton.
Oh God!
He used to write anime fanfics and let me read them on the bus.
Did you jerk off to him?
I did not.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good.
But so yeah, I damn near got arrested, and I didn't actually do it this time.
Okay. Is there anything else? Has anyone else come up with anything else interesting, or should I give my last minute gamer ramble?
I mean, me and Church can yell about gun control more if you want.
Well, I mean, this will lead into gun control. So,
oh, perfect.
So this is a good lead in. All right, so
hit it. Where's my camera?
So I am gonna out some douche on the bird net, and I'm not gonna say his name, but I am gonna say he is being some douche. Okay. There was this guy. He was in a conversation. I was like, "Sir, you seem reasonable and logical. I'm gonna follow you, and we're gonna have some conversations." And we did, and it was great. He and I were fine. So, day before yesterday, last week sometime. Somebody, I want to say Bounding into Comics or CBR, put out a dumb fucker article. Okay? Called How Terminator 2 Broke the Franchise and is responsible for subsequent Terminator films being shit. We all know that.
Post that again in the Twitter chat and I'll pull that up on the screen.
I just want to know why they misspelled Genesis.
Right. Their hot take is just wrong, obviously. But this guy got on his high horse and was how the T-1000. I'll look for it when I can look for the article. I don't want to stare at the screen like a retard while I got the camera.
Yeah, fair enough.
But this guy went on the high horse about how the Liquid Terminator chose the form of a cop.
Oh, wait, I am in the wrong Twitter chat.
To kill people with impunity. Now, it's a Terminator. It kills with impunity. But he was saying that it specifically said, like in its brain, I'm going to be a cop, so I can kill all the people. It's like, dude, it chose a cop to project authority. It chose a cop because it was a good infiltration point. It only killed people related to its target, and it was convenient. It was the first human it ran into upon entering the past. It's not. It didn't choose cop because cops kill people, right? So this guy was already putting on his stupid hat. That's why I was asking that other day. You know, do we start calling George Floyd people cultists?
Yes.
Right. So yesterday, day before yesterday thereabout, a guy named Jason Carl. He's a really cool, guys. Check him out.
Here it is. Okay.
Was shilling for Hunter the Reckoning, a game line in the World of Darkness for Paradox. It's not my kind of game. It's not a very good game in my opinion, but he was shilling for it. And, you know, werewolves have tribes, vampires have clans, hunters have creeds. They follow the creed. So I made a joke. I made a reasonable joke, right? I said post-grunge was not my thing.
I mean, grunge is kind of cringe.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying nobody.
To be honest,
I'm just saying nobody should listen to Creed of their own volition, right? And that was funny. I thought that was amusing, right? This guy comes out of left field to start talking about how he doesn't like Hunter the Reckoning because he heard from a friend of a friend that those are games that you play when you want to do school shootings because people can't see monsters, so when hunters kill the monsters, they just think that it's people doing school shootings. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Right. And
because
where did Larry go?
I'm assuming he went to take a piss and get a drink because he's not here. He was having some connection trouble as well, I think. But
Continue.
With arms wide open.
Your voice sounds just like me.
I'm the feeling, I'm the feeling right away.
Yes, doll. Yeah, I mean, we could all do Nickelback. We're clearly pretty good.
Oh no, that was Eddie Vedder.
Right, no, because that's the Mad TV joke. The Mad TV joke is the guy from Creed, the guy from The Calling, the guy from Nickelback, and the guy from Pearl Jam all sound the same. And they all absolutely sound the same.
And sorry, Church, I had to dox you.
Right, no, that's exactly. But anyway, I was deeply bothered that the anti-gun psychos, even if I agree with the idea of gun control, which I know is not a popular opinion in this grouping, right? I'm not saying what kind of control. I'm just saying I agree with the notion of control.
I mean, I'm fine with gun control. That's why I shoot with two hands instead of one.
Right. But I am deeply bothered by the idea that the extremists are so desperate to prove their fucking point that they will go looking for things and say, this is making the school shooters, that is making the school. You guys were in a hunter game with an active antagonist in a school. Okay, we didn't glorify it. Nobody was like, oh yeah, school shooting so hot, I'm just so aroused. No, it was awful. It was horrifying. It was exactly what it's supposed to be. And that shit bothers me.
What bothers me, Rune, is the cops standing outside of a school for 40 goddamn minutes, not doing a goddamn thing,
right?
While detaining parents trying to rush in to save their kids,
right?
And then these fuckers saying like, oh, what do you? Hold on, I should turn my camera back on for this so I can get the full. Body effect and stuff. Hold on.
Let your anger flow. It's made you powerful.
Hold on 1 sec. I gotta plug this fucker back in because I'm paranoid that the CIA is gonna tap into my.
So I unplugged them. All right.
We're about to see the dulcet tones of Darth Whiskey.
What the? Hey, I am drinking beer. How dare you? All right,
I'm drinking the whiskey.
Go to the right camera. God damn it.
Well, I mean, I can't call it Darth White Turkey. That makes no sense.
Why do you need an AR-15 or a 9mm handgun while the police are detaining you outside of a school while there's an active shooter and you want to save your kids? Get fucked, you goddamn fucking sociopaths! I'll have whatever goddamn guns I want, because of some asshole and some sociopath that's drugged up on SRIs and drinking the goddamn tap waters that are making the goddamn fucking frogs gay is shooting up a school. I'm rushing in there with my fucking 9mm and an AK-47, and I'm gonna shoot him in the fucking dick.
You want to be ready?
Assholes.
You want to be ready for the day that Alex Jones goes off the deep end and just starts taking on people.
Hold up, Ayrton, haven't you heard the latest?
I will eat my neighbors.
Well, hold up, Ayrton. Haven't you heard the latest about the mom who got arrested? The cops are telling her if she keeps talking to the media, they're going to charge her for a probation violation.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Because they're fucking twats, and fuck the goddamn cops. They're fucking assholes. And okay, so we had a year and a half after George Floyd died, where everybody's saying defund the police, which I don't disagree with, right? But then they're saying give up your guns. Police are the only ones that should have guns. How does that make any fucking sense, you goddamn retards?
Well,
how about I take away a couple of chromosomes so you can be goddamn intelligent for once, you fucking assholes?
I actually think I made a salient point. The people who are signing the bills to take away our firearms.
I don't want to make a salient point. I hate all of them. Get fucked.
Will you shut the fuck up?
Sorry.
I think I made a salient point when I was like, look, the people that are signing the bills about gun control into action have armed security surrounding them.
Oh, yeah.
We don't.
I mean, I do.
and that's the thing is
it's not paid or private.
And that's the thing is my care or lack of care on this gun control issue and these series of unfortunate things is basically null. It's not that I don't care, it's that there's nothing that my caring will actually do. I'm in Washington State. I'm half a state away, right? It's not a voting issue where I am, right? I have opinions. Who gives a fuck? No, what bothers me is people going out of their way to be like, I'm going to drag these current year politics, these outrages of moment into your hobbies, into your media, into your everything, because we have to have a conversation about these cops and these guns and these murders. And it's like, no one is making a role-playing game that is a school shooting simulator. No one has done that.
Joe, you're wrong. You're wrong, Joe. Don't you remember the beta version of Beast, where they applied strongly that beasts were school shooters?
No, that's just it. You're actually incorrect. It's not that beasts are school shooters. It's that heroes manifest and become school shooters to hunt beasts.
Well,
you see, I thought the school was where the heroes were being made, and the beasts were going against them. That was what I read in the beta version of that game.
No, the way it works is beasts are
that might
blue
be the beta version, but the final release was backwards.
Beasts are blue and orange morality because they believe that it is their divinely given right to psychologically torture people, to feed themselves, and say it's for your own good. But if they do it too far, if they're too efficient at it, it causes humans to rise up and fight back, and those people are villains because heroes are only self-aggrandizing shitbags, according to the authors of Beasts.
Well, so you put it into your nerd context, and I'm going to put it into a different nerd context, right? So the biggest problem is people misunderstanding what the various writings actually say in a real world context. I know you guys are coming from like the role playing, fantasy comic book sort of mindset, which I totally get. It's retarded that they don't let Ben Grimm, Nick Fury, and Wolverine smoke cigars anymore because smoking's bad. Get fucked. Cigars are cool.
Well, hold up. The guy who said smoking's bad and it can't be in comics doesn't work for Marvel anymore.
Yeah, but
they're not going to roll back that initiative.
They're still going to take it up the ass. You know what? Fuck you, Marvel. Cigars are cool.
Here's the thing. Using that as the example, because this is in fact the gospel of comics.
No, it's the Church of Failure.
Yeah. But the problem is not that they put in an initiative to say, look, we shouldn't be
God,
popularizing smoking to
framing
kids,
sucks.
and let's have our heroes stop smoking. That's not the problem, right? Although that is stupid. The problem is that it was okay on Wednesday. Everyone smokes.
I
On
just
Thursday,
sent you a link, Ayrton.
on Thursday, the policy goes into effect, and magically no one smokes.
I'm fixing my camera. Hold on.
Right?
Yeah.
That's the stupid. If they were really,
where did you send it?
Twitter.
If they really wanted to do this initiative, they want to do it right. What you do is you have people start quitting smoking and then deal with the ramifications of what happens when you quit smoking. The patch and crankiness and fucking nicotine fits and coughing.
Wolverine would have never been addicted, so that wouldn't be an issue for him.
That's the thing.
I mean, that's he doesn't smoke cigars because he's addicted. He smokes it because it tastes delicious.
Correct.
Which is
Same reason I drink whiskey.
Which is 90% of cigar smokers.
I mean,
literally, so hold on, real quick. According to the CDC, cigars are not addictive, and scientifically, the reason that is because there's no ammonia in cigar tobacco, because when they age the cigar tobacco and they pile it in what's called pylons, and that creates pressure and heat, and ammonia and the ammonia evaporates out. So
I in fact love this. Please continue. No, I love listening to Ayrton being like tism about things he cares about. This is nice.
Well, it's literally my job, Rune. So
right.
So the ammonia that's in tobacco, it actually supercharges the nicotine and makes it hit harder, which interacts with your ACE2 receptors in your brain, which actually is what makes cigarettes addicting. That ammonia does not exist in cigar or pipe tobacco because it's literally evaporated out based on the aging process and the different types of tobacco that are used between cigars and pipes and cigarettes. Cigarettes use the cheapest possible tobacco that you can get.
Well, hold up. How is it that the Chinese cigarettes are even cheaper tobacco than that?
Well, there's several different classes of tobacco. Basically, you have Class A down to Class D, if I'm not mistaken.
Well,
and Class A is the stuff that passes through the machine first, down to the that you sweep off the floor after the third pass.
Well, that's actually a tax bracket thing. It has nothing to do with the quality.
Shut up! You know they sweeping that shit off the floor and putting it right back in the machine.
Oh, they are sweeping it off the floor, but that has nothing to do with the quality. It's all tax based. But so that's why cigarettes are so addictive, and you don't see cigar and pipe smokers like addicted to it. Most of us sit there and we'll smoke a few a week. And interestingly enough, because cigars actually work as a natural filter for tar and other carcinogens in tobacco when you're burning it, according to CDC's studies and findings, you can smoke up to 2 cigars a day, and your chances of getting any smoking-related cancers are statistically 0. It's like 0.002347%.
There's 147 2/3% chance that I'm not going to get cancer.
Exactly. Well, see, that's the thing. I don't know. Hold on. I can break open this bud. I don't know if you guys will be able to see it in the camera, but we'll find out.
I just hope everyone appreciated that Scott Steiner reference.
Okay, so today's Gospel of Comics, Church of Failure, was brought to you by Order 66. So the color purple. Raid Shadow Legends, Raycons.
God damn it!
And
this is all fucking backwards.
And your learning minute has been tobacco
and Altria. So do you guys see that like black edge like right here at the top of this butt?
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's all the tar that was in the tobacco that actually melted while I was smoking it, and then just dried and re-soaked into the tobacco and didn't actually get into my lungs while I was smoking it. And the tar is the carcinogen, which is why cigarettes are so bad for you. And
I'm still just
I'm still just deeply amused that here on our show that is 90% shit posting. It's like, no, we're gonna have a serious conversation about the science of nicotine and cigars, motherfucker.
Nicotine is about as addictive and the same level of stimulant as caffeine.
I did buy a new coffee pot.
See,
that's an awfully hot coffee pot.
No, my coffee pot died day before yesterday, and I used my Amazon Prime, and that motherfucker was here in 2 days.
Fuck yeah! I mean, dude, I'm getting close to 8 years of working in the tobacco industry, so yeah, I kind of autistically know a lot about this shit.
Look, Ayrton, you know some people. You got to get together with somebody. I'll write it. You need to fund a book about a superhero called The Tobacconist.
let's talk about that off air because that could be amazing.
That's just a comic. I mean, it's just a comic book about Jim Medicare.
The tobacconist got his powers because he was given it by the Nazi scientists who worked for the tobacco industry, who were responsible for proving that cigarette smoking wasn't bad for your health.
I'm pretty sure we're still talking about Medicare.
Is this all legal to the Geneva Convention? Maybe.
I know shotguns aren't. Everybody just got quiet.
Well, I mean, stupid example. Getting back on the gun control subject real quick. In our gamer sphere, there's a hot topic that comes up called Dragon's Breath.
Right? They didn't close that down in your town yet?
Well, no. Let me explain. Back in the 90s, in Vampire the Masquerade days,
Dragon's bombing Breath. Tonight.
What?
I said I'm just bombing tonight. Nobody got the hot topic joke. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So back in the 90s, Dragon's Breath was the most premier firearm ammunition if you could get it in Vampire, because it turned your bullets that couldn't hurt vampires into fire, which would kill vampires. And everybody thought that must be super rare and like military grade, and they found every way to make them impossible to get. So I had reason to look into it. I had a thing I had to do. And I found out that Dragon's Breath is like over-the-counter available. It's super easy to get.
Yeah, you mean Dragonfire ammo in real life?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just tracer ammo, but for shotguns.
Right, but it's specifically not for people. It's for land clearing. You do it to set stumps on fire and shit.
No, it's literally a gimmick ammunition. There's no practical use for it. It's just for fun.
Yeah. Tracer ammunition does have military tactical uses, but
well, because that's the other joke. Is I was in a game and somebody was like, "Well, you can't have Dragon's Breath or rounds." I'm like, "Okay, can I buy tracer rounds?" And I'm like, "Yeah." It's like, are you aware that by the rules, at close range, tracer rounds can still set vampires on fire? Yeah. It's like, okay.
I mean, I may or may not have a sprinkler system in my yard that's hooked up to a gasoline line and tracer ammo and a rifle.
Just in case vampires show up.
If by vampires you mean feds, then yes.
Well, I mean, of course. But what I did,
fedpires.
As Larry has heard stories like this before, this is sort of what happens. Is I will sometimes be put in a position where I have to show the inadequacy of shitty STs. Bad GMs must be schooled. I went out and my character purchased thousands of rounds of tracer ammunition because he ran a ranch where dudes could, for the weekend go out and pretend to be badasses and shoot rounds. And then he pulled the tracer rounds from the tracers, because what a set of cartridges is, it's actually like every third bullet is the one with the tracer.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So I just say
we know.
Yeah.
So I just pulled
we know how tracer rounds work.
So I just pulled every single phosphorus round and resheathed them myself, because I'm a vampire. I don't sleep. I have plenty of free time. What did you do with your downtime? I sat in my office and I put bullet into clip
all day, every day for 7 days.
Wait,
look at that!
Wait, you were using clips? So were you using an M1 Garand?
Shut up, Ayrton. He uses clips and magazines interchangeably. Don't be a dick. Almost time to end the show.
Oh, I'm gonna be a dick.
Oh, I mean, if it makes you feel better, I actually did my research later. This character uses a much better gun when he shows up.
Come on, Ayrton.
There's nothing better than an M1 Garand.
Now, Ayrton, come on.
Give me a second.
After he puts his clip in, he spins the cylinder.
Right.
Then he cocks it.
Wait, what?
I mean, I did just buy an AK-15 at a gun show with no background check that has a 100-round clip to it.
Magazine.
No, it has a 100-round clip.
So
and it's double barrel.
So if it makes you feel better,
with that, ladies and gentlemen. Now it's time.
I was going to say, Larry, or not Larry, Ayrton. What he actually uses as his preferred rifle is an 1874 Sharps with a 34-inch 860 millimeter barrel.
Okay. Now that is a man of culture.
Yeah, with specialty made 45 caliber 110 grain cartridges with 540 grain paper patch bullets.
Wait. What did you say the grain of the powder was?
110.
Yeah, you can go like to 95 max in those.
Oh yeah, no, it's custom. It's a big gun.
A buddy of mine actually had one of those. Back in the day, they're fun as shit to shoot. Yeah, but yeah, we did 45-90 when we were loading his ammunition.
As a closing statement, Rune, look up Kentucky Ballistics 50 cal accident,
sure,
and you'll see what happens when you overpack grain into a bullet.
Sure,
I'll put it in the Twitter.
But the thing is, we still do nerd shit. In the context of game,
this is nerd shit. It's just gun nerd shit.
In the context of game, there's an oddity that there is no cap to the height of the bonus you can get for aiming as long as you continually aim. Right?
That is a feature of the New World of Darkness firearm system.
So this character with an ability called Gargoyle's Vigil that allows him to turn to stone so he doesn't burn during the day, who can drink blood from inanimate objects without moving, spent a month and a half aiming just in case a target happened to fly by. He was really pissed when somebody made him move.
That reminds me of one of my favorite episodes of the Sarah Connor Chronicles. Did you ever watch that show, Rune?
No, I avoided it. I've been told it's better than I thought it was. But I was agitated by the idea that you have a young John Connor getting boners for a girl Terminator. That annoys me.
Hey, Summer Glau's kind of hot. But so the gist was
machine. John Connor's not beginning.
We gotta end the show. What are you people doing?
Hot.
Stop talking.
We can't stop talking until you have your church minute. And give us your church's rap. We need to know what church thinks.
Shut the fuck up. That's the church's rap.
That's a pretty lame rap, man.
You gave me producer roles on this, so you could fuck off and we could go for another 2 hours without you, and it'd be fine.
Yes, and then we wouldn't have a YouTube channel when I came back. Go fuck yourself.
True. Because I'm like one drink away from saying racial slurs. So
that's right.
So
let's wrap it up.
Well, wait a minute. I have to ask. So church or not church? Ayrton. What you're saying is you've had one whiskey, one scotch, and at least one beer.
Correct.
That is an excellent song.
And those,
really is.
And those goddamn cakes.
That's
There we go. We're done.
Good night, everybody. End the fucking broadcast, Ayrton.
There we go.
I have to end the show too.
End of your broadcast day. Right. We went to
God damn it, you fucking mouse. Son of a bitch. I'm so gonna write Michael J. Fox on my mouse because this is ridiculous. All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.